When one door closes, another door opens. Oh, does the hay come out? No. I just discovered this is how this works on this toy. My 6-year-old granddaughters had this toy, and I never realized that you could push on this to open the slot, and then the straw or the hay is supposed to fall out. So when one door opens, another door closes. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Supersize Your Business, going to throw my barn, my granddaughter's barn. Cool thing about being a grandma, you always have fun toys to play with and use as props in your videos. So today, when one door opens, another door closes. This idiom, this expression, although it's often attributed to Alexander Graham Bell, I don't believe he was the first person to use it or say it. He's most famous and most known for saying it, but Helen Keller used it in her book in 1957, as well as Jean Paul, a German humor writer, used it in the late 18th, early 19th century. So I don't know who came first, him or Alexander Graham Bell, but it also is attributed to someone from France named Ferdinando de Rojas. Maybe that's not France. Maybe that's, I don't know the name. Anyway, in 1465 to 1568. So obviously, Alexander Graham Bell was not the first one to use it, but he does get the most credit if you're searching around the internet to find out where this idiom and expression came from. Now, I have a couple of thoughts on this when it comes to supersizing and growing our business. And I realized as I was thinking about it today, I act as if sometimes I believe this is true and sometimes I don't believe it is true. It depends on the area or aspect of my life that I'm dealing with. For example, marriage, personal relationships, I would say my results have been and my behavior has been, I act as if it's not true. In business and with jobs, I remember losing jobs, and I think it has to do with our ability to see that there's opportunities everywhere, especially with respect to our businesses. Our businesses and business projects come and go. Our successes and failures come and go. And if we realize that there's always another opportunity out there, there are infinite possibilities and infinite opportunities out there, not only for our businesses, but for our life as well, right? And for every area and aspect of our life. So often we get into this false belief that there's this or that there's only a limited number of options or choices available to us, but there's always an infinite number available to us. It's just a matter of, can we expand our mind enough and open our mind enough to see the different possibilities? Or can we ask for help and look outside of ourselves to see the other possibilities? But when it comes to loss, I think it boils down to, after decades of experience with this, determining how long I'm going to experience that loss and go through that loss. So for example, if I lose a job, and I've lost several jobs in my career and in my lifetime, how long am I going to give myself to feel bad about that loss, and then so go from the problem is loss of income, loss of job, however you define it, how long am I going to stay there versus flipping into problem solving mode and finding another job, finding another project, finding another business opportunity, etc. And I found that the older I get, the shorter and shorter and shorter that time frame is for me. And I have found that practicing that in my businesses and my career has made it easier for me to apply that same philosophy, that same belief and certainty that when one door closes, another door indeed does open. I just have to look for the door. It's shortened the time that I take deliberating over the negatives about what happened and feeling sorry for myself for being a victim and hopping into the mode of, okay, what now? So this just happened, what's next is almost instantaneous now in a lot of areas and aspects of my life. There's still some that I struggle with, just like everyone else. We're all human. Most of those, as I'm thinking about it today, tend to be the more personal things. My vision, for example. I definitely have been dragging out dealing with certain areas and aspects of my physical vision challenges. But when it comes to business and projects and things like that, it's almost instantaneous, because my experience has taught me that there's always something else. There's always a solution. There's always something we can do. We just might need to look outside ourselves, look outside our level of experience and what we've done before, and find out who's done and solved the problem that we want to solve, and see what they've done, and see, and especially looking outside of our own industry, looking for solutions and being solution focused all the time has served me well and got me out of the funk of the door closing. I think the Alexander Graham Bell version of the expression has something to do about we spend so much time looking at the closed door that we might miss the open door that's really been there all along, right? There's always multiple doors and they're always open all the time. It's just whether we're giving ourselves permission and having the ability to see them or not. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression. When one door closes, another one opens. Share in the comments below, and I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it in your business to supersize and grow and create the impact that you want to create in the world? Have a great day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.